Good evening everybody, my name is Crystal. If you like my videos, please smash that like button, please do subscribe. Good evening. I'm going to carry on learning my Polish after I just wanted to read two articles out of the Daily Mail today, Tuesday the September the 3rd 2024. I just wanted to read a couple of pieces out of the Daily Mail. Well, three pieces actually. We're going to start off with an officer in elite Met armed unit in court on 2 rape charges, and this is by Jack Hardy. A former Metropolitan Police officer from an elite firearms unit has been charged with sex attacks against a woman he allegedly met in the line of duty. Mark Tyrrell, 55, will appear in court this week accused of offences including rape and sexual assault following an investigation by the police watchdog. The ex-constable served in the Parliamentary and Diplomatic Protection Command, which is responsible for protecting key sites in the capital, including the Palace of Westminster and consulates, as well as government ministers. He faces 2 counts of rape, 15 counts of sexual assault, 3 counts of perverting the course of justice, and 1 count of misconduct in public office. The Independent Office for Police Conduct said the alleged offences took place from 2017 to 2023 and all were related to one vulnerable victim whom he first met through his police work. The perverting the course of justice counts relate to allegations that he deleted messages, pressured the woman to provide false accounts, and lied during interview while under caution, according to the watchdog. Tyrrell is accused of committing misconduct in public office for allegedly engaging in an inappropriate relationship with the female victim, whom he met during the course of his police duties. The police watchdog said in a statement that Tyrrell knew his victim was in a vulnerable position at the time. The IOPC launched an investigation in August last year after it had been passed a conduct referral about Tyrrell by the Met Police 4 months earlier. He had been arrested in April last year while a serving officer as part of an investigation by the Met's Directorate of Professional Standards, which deals with internal misconduct matters. Tyrrell was subsequently suspended but retired from the police force in September 2023, while the IOPC investigation was still continuing. The unit which he served is considered an elite command of the Met Police, and its officers are usually armed as part of their duties. In a statement, the force said Tyrrell was a police constable attached to the Parliamentary and Diplomatic Protection Command before he retired on September the 8th, 2023. Tyrrell was arrested in April 23 while he was a serving officer as part of an investigation by the Met's Directorate of Professional Standards. He is due to appear before Westminster Magistrates Court tomorrow to answer the charges. The next piece that I want to read out. Electrician hid cameras to film couples in bed. So everyone reckons I'm mad, I'm insane, because I think my flat is bugged and people are listening to what I'm saying. So listen to this. Electrician hid cameras to film couples in bed by Dan Barker. An electrician has been jailed after hiding cameras in people's homes so he could secretly film them having sex. James Denholm, 34, used his work as cover to fit spying devices during a 10-year campaign of voyeurism and stalking. He used secret cameras to film people without their permission, recording them in their homes and in public bathrooms. He recorded some women having sex and others using the toilet and changing. Denholm was caught when a victim found a recording device under her bed in May 2022 and called the police. The disgraced tradesman was yesterday jailed for 32 months after admitting 16 charges affecting 17 people at Aberdeen Sheriff Court. The electrician also admitted possessing indecent images and videos of children between 2007 and 2012. Alison Mackenzie, Procurator Fiscal for Grampian Highlands and Islands, said Denholm exploited a position of trust to gain access to his victims during this alarming pattern of behaviour. She said he filmed several individuals during private moments in places where they should have felt safe, such as their own homes and in public bathrooms. His depraved behaviour has had lasting consequences on a number of those targeted during this sickening campaign. One of Denholm's victims endured a 5-year campaign during which he entered her home without her knowledge or consent. During that time, he took a sex doll and lingerie into the property, dressing it in items of her clothing and taking photographs of it. He also captured images from outside his victim's home and filmed himself having sex with women without their knowledge. Detective Inspector Mark Lamley from outside said yesterday Denholm now faces the consequences of his despicable and distressing actions. Mr. Lamley added, "Sexual crime of any nature will not be tolerated. We will thoroughly investigate any reports made to us, no matter how much time has passed." Now that is a proper police force speaking. No matter how much time has passed. Not when I went to a police station and said the crime was 2 years old, it couldn't be reported. That is what the real police say, not the bogus ones. It doesn't matter how long the crime's been committed. The police take it seriously. They should do. And the last piece that I want to read out. Fury of Britain's widow at failure of VIP abuse probe by Stephen Wright. Leon Britton's widow has launched a stinging attack on the police watchdog over how it has yet again failed victims of Scotland Yard's disastrous VIP abuse inquiry. Lady Britton made her comments as the 10th anniversary of the Worst Met investigation in living memory approaches. She said the hold-ups in bringing gross misconduct proceedings against the gaffe-prone officer who led Operation Midland were deeply troubling. Delays in the case against ex-Met Deputy Assistant Commissioner Steve Rodhouse by the watchdog, the Office for Police Conduct, IOPC, raised serious questions about the effectiveness of the disciplinary system, she added. For nearly a decade, Operation Midland has been mired in allegations of criminality, misconduct and incompetence, yet not one officer involved in the fiasco has been held to account. Lady Britton, whose husband was a respected former Tory Home Secretary, issued a withering statement a fortnight after it emerged that Mr. Rodhouse had been awarded a £10,000 pay rise, taking his salary to nearly £200,000. He has also received a huge boost to his near £3 million pension pot. Newly published documents revealed The pay increase makes him one of Britain's highest paid law enforcement figures, despite being removed as Director General of Operations at the National Crime Agency, NCA, because he faces a disciplinary hearing. Despite the gravity of the allegations, Mr. Rodhouse has not been suspended by the NCA, but allowed to continue in a non-operational strategic role. He is the highest paid NCA officer, earning more than his boss, Director General Graham Biggar. It is 15 months since the IOPC announced that Mr. Rodhouse would face a gross misconduct charge over allegations that he lied in public at the conclusion of Operation Midland. Yet no date has been fixed for a tribunal hearing. The controversy comes 2 years after MPs demanded a shake-up at the IOPC after a string of scandals. The decision to instigate disciplinary proceedings against Mr. Rodhouse followed an explosive Mail investigation at the behest of shamed ex-Met chief Cressida Dick. He led the probe into the lies of a fantasist known as Nick, real name Carl Beach, whose wild accusations of a murderous establishment paedophile ring were described as credible and true by the Met. The investigation, launched in 2014, severely damaged the reputations of innocent public figures, including ex-Armed Forces Chief Field Marshal Lord Bramall, Lord Britton, ex-PM Sir Edward Heath, and former MP Harvey Proctor. The £2 million inquiry closed in March 2016 with no arrests or charges, and Beach was later jailed for 18 years for perverting the course of justice, fraud and child sexual offences. Last night, Lady Britton told the Mail the delays in resolving the Rodhouse case are deeply troubling and raise serious questions about the effectiveness of the police disciplinary system. Operation Midland has been a stain on the Metropolitan Police for a decade, and those who suffered are still waiting for someone to be held to account. The IOPC has failed again. Mr. Proctor, paid £500,000 compensation by the Met, said, "What adds insult to injury is the complete lack of transparency surrounding the inordinate delay of Mr. Rodhouse's bearing. The IOPC apologised for the delay and said gross misconduct papers were served last month." The Met has told the Mail that Simon Chesterman, Chief Constable of the Civil Nuclear Constabulary, will lead the hearing. I just wanted to read those pieces out of the Mail, but people do get compensation, and some people get ignored and don't get compensation when they've suffered abuse, and it's not just me, there's loads of other victims out there that don't get any compensation at all and struggle to live and survive through the trauma of being abused as a child. And I don't know what's going on in this world today. I don't know what's real and what isn't, and what's unfair and what is. I don't know anymore. I try not to get cross and angry, and I try to carry on in a world that I just don't understand anymore. And I'm certainly not proud of being British. Not anymore. See you later.